American Financing, saving homeowners over $800 every month by using your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt. American Financing, America's home for home loans. AmericanFinancing.net/progress. Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. Speaking of hallowed ground, you retweeted Jane, who said RFK Jr. might be an even sicker than Donald. I don't know which book this is from, but 1 week later in the middle of the night, without telling Mary's siblings or obtaining the required legal permitting, Bobby Jr. had Mary's coffin dug up from the Kennedy family plot in Massachusetts and moved 700 feet away. When reporters found out and asked why, Bobby, through a family spokesperson, said he failed to realize how crowded the Kennedy family plot was. Mary was left to face traffic. No headstone marked her grave, buried alone. I mean... Awful.
The utter disgrace of these people. Mm-hmm. They are disgraceful, and people, you need to start using these words. If you see them in public, you need to tell them they're disgraceful. I'm sorry. It is the time for playing high is over. It is time to enunciate and try to factor up some shit. John F. Kennedy, or Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is just a disgraceful man. Besides the fact that he apparently has a collection of heads of dead animals in his home, including that whale's head, which is disgraceful. Aye. But look, he drove, that was a Vanity Fair article, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He drove his wife to suicide by having a journal of how he was out there stooping 37 other women. Yep. That's why, and he drove her to despair in trying to want to keep him, and she, you know, rather than finding herself and walking out that front door and setting fire to his car, which would have been more suitable than what she did, she passed away. She took her life in despair, and he further humiliated her in death. Yeah. And to me, that is insufferable. And you know what? We need to also use him as the platform to understand just how weird these people are. Yeah. That man is a weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah. And now Tulsi Gabbard has been called in, so I know.
This couldn't get more shoddy today.
I know. It's
you
just...
dug these up. You dug these up.
But I mean, this story today, Bobby Kennedy Jr. said to Tucker Carlson he's been asked to join Trump's transition team and help pick the administration officials in charge of running the government. Oh, dear Jesus. I mean, this lunatic. And do he and Tulsi get checks directly from Russia?
They must.
Or, I mean...
No, come on. It's Venmo.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, they're going to wire that stuff in because, you know, these are some pay-to-play characters. Yeah. Just absolutely the weirdest collection of kooks and freaks. And I'm sorry to tell you, if you haven't subscribed to my Substack, this is the week to do it. $7. Here's why. I am about to terrify the ever-living out of you. Because there's a factor a lot of you haven't thought about that could happen within days or weeks of Trump's election. Mm-hmm. And there's another way that the Civil War is going to kick off. Another way that involves what happens when you start sending, and by the way, I just saw the head of the Heritage Foundation and another senator, a congressman, talking about rounding up 20 million people. Yeah. Like they're going to go silently into the boxcars in a nation with over a quarter of a billion rifles.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I mean, we have got to stop this. All of you, are our only hope to stop this nation from descending into it. I don't care how much Kamala love you're feeling right now. I got a 7-foot banner in front of my house that says "Veterans for Kamala," for Harris Waltz, and it's driving my red neighbors crazy. Yep. And this is a red district.
And by the way,
you know what? You've got to absolutely understand that our joy must transform into action or we will lose this.
Also, this superseding indictment should tell us if you would like to see some justice for someone trying to overthrow the government of the United States of America, you have got to get out and vote, or we know this is all going to go away. And
bring 10 people. Pizza party. Drive them all. That's what I say.
All right. All right. Thank you, Shouty McShoutface. That was super shouty. We love you.
You're welcome.
Have a great Labor Day.
Goodbye, sailor. There it is, my first drink of the day, Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Many of you know my story. I stopped drinking wine for 3 years during COVID, during the lockdown as part of a health reset. Now I drink wine in moderation, but this is an amazing new product. I've always believed in probiotics. And Z-Biotics, check this out. You drink just one of these. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. I am using this and I feel great in the morning. I don't have to worry if I have an extra glass of wine, I still feel great in the morning. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. I've always had acid reflux problems. It is this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. All I know is it works. It is Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Go to zbiotics.com/politicalvoices or scan the QR code on the screen right now.